What's going on, everybody? This is another episode of the Risky Business Podcast. I got my co-host right here with me, my right-hand man, Dylan.kraft.
What's up,
Coming
bro?
to chop it up with you a little bit about some stuff. Bro, first thing we got to address for sure. This one-on-one soccer event that me and you had an idea of that started off small that has now became a little bit more serious than what it was in the
Bro,
beginning, and now the
I'm so
excitement is real.
excited. Dude, on my drive back, like we were sitting there on a business call. I am like losing it in my head. I was not thinking that this was going to become what it is so far. And I mean, we still got a long way to go
For sure.
to reach where we're wanting to get to. But like from what we originally saw it becoming to now, like it's gone up tenfold. And having the people that's going to be helping us out along the way and making the connections that we have, it's ridiculous, man. Like I'm so freaking pumped.
Me too, man. Because originally, starting off, this was just an idea to get the kids in the surrounding areas some exposure, with the skills that they have. That's why we named it the Elite Footwork Showcase, because this right here is all about footwork,
Right.
one-on-one drills. Are you better than the man that's in front of you? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And that right there is what this is going to showcase. It's going to give a chance for, you never know who's going to be watching these events. With it being something big like this, hopefully, we can get some pretty solid coaches to come out from the colleges around, so the way that they can get an opportunity to see what these kids are capable of in a more of a freestyle event, versus it being structured.
And see
Um,
another thing too before you continue.
okay.
Something that I'm really paying attention to and I'm wanting to really push hard is the educational aspect of this all. I mean, us being coaches and trainers and everybody else, like our main goal is to educate. We want to be able to get that next generation better and better and better and give them more opportunities to be able to play at a higher level, get better education, put them in better positions for success.
For
And
sure.
this event is going to give us that opportunity to where like us in the media world, right? We'll be able to take these younger kids that haven't been exposed to how to talk to media, how to talk to different coaches, how to talk to
Facts.
different officials, everything like the whole educational aspect to press, media, making connections. This is going to give them that opportunity to where like they're not only going to get exposed to that because we're going to do interviews. Like I want to take the winner, I'm gonna pull them to the side, say, hey, me and you, we're gonna have an interview right now. I'm gonna
Hey,
teach you how to do this.
my saying after this right here, because to let this be known, we will have water boys out there. You know how I feel about the water boy.
Yes,
Hey, I
sir.
tell people all the time, the water boy is the most important person on that
A
field,
hundred
no
percent.
matter
A
what
hundred
sport it
percent.
is. Without that guy, nobody survives. I
I
promise.
want you have got to do interviews with the water boys too. That is like
Oh yeah,
number
for
one
sure.
has to happen. But
Yes.
like me on my side, what's important to me because you're really big into soccer. Like
Oh
me,
yeah.
I'm not as much as a soccer guy. I'm getting involved in it. I just love sports in general, and I love athletes. I want athletes to be able to grow, and this is another aspect that we're not really seeing people put into emphasis. And for
Right.
me, to educate kids on how to talk to press, how to talk to a camera, because as you're going to play the next level, you're going to be on camera and you're going to have
For
to talk
sure.
to media. You're going to have to talk to newspapers. You're going to have to talk to all these different avenues of press. Like that, you're not exposed to that. So for me, that's going to be an important side. Another side is possibly being able to get collegiate athletes and coaches out there to talk to kids. Say like, okay, well, I'm not going to teach you how to play the game. That's you may get a little bit tip for tat here, get a couple of tips and everything else. That's very important for kids, but at the same time, sitting them down and have like a UNCW coach or I don't know, pick community, like a bigger college to be able to come down and say, hey, this is what it takes to get to the next level. I'm seeing
Right.
the effort and the energy that you're putting into. You've got the talent to do it, but you've got all the other aspects in order to make it to that next level. And it takes a different mindset and different perspective for kids to be able to see that. And I think that's
Right.
going to be a big aspect of this that we might overlook, but it's important to me. Like that is
Oh,
my number
that's
one
extremely
important thing.
important. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's the education. You know how I am about education, first of all,
Mhm.
but even with this right here, this is a education for life outside of school. This is
Yeah.
more of, this is a personal thing right here. you're basically learning how to market yourself whenever you can set foot in front of a camera and talk about the things that you're trying to accomplish and, your life story and all of this good stuff right here. That's how you're setting it up for yourself. Give yourself your own profile. Don't let someone make it for you.
Right, right.
That's the thing that I'm with.
So let's go into a little bit about setup. How is the event actually going to work? Go ahead and lay out the whole operation side for these people.
So, the setup will be, well, first of all, the event is going to be on January the 6th. That I believe that is a Saturday.
Mhm.
And with that event, I want you guys to show up, be there for signups at by 9:30. nine
Mhm.
thirty a.m. We will be going into the event around about 11:30. That gives you plenty of time to get stretched, warmed up, whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
We're going to be basically be playing on a format. You're going to have your round of 16. You're going to have your qualifying rounds, your championship rounds, all of that good stuff. It's going to be an attacker versus a defender, and there will
Mhm.
be a goalie present. The location for this will be in Rocky Point, North Carolina. It's a surprise location because I'm hype about it. Don't really want to say it yet. Closer to the event, I definitely will give details on it. But this is going to be a special event for me just because of the location.
Right.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I know we were talking about um what are we going to be playing for?
So the way that we're going to do this right here, there will be a cash prize for the big time winner, the best one that's going to be out there. Also, for anybody that's a runner up, it's a soccer event. I'm pretty sure everybody plays FIFA. We will have FIFA 24. That will be one of the gifts also. Basically, at the end, you just let us know what console you're playing on. We'll make it happen for you. And we're gonna try
Mhm.
to get some gift cards in there as well, if that's a possibility, just
Right.
so everybody can have something, to bring back with them. I know me and you were talking about it at first, t-shirts, that's gonna be a big thing.
Mhm.
If that right there, if we can pull that off, just so that everybody leaves with something, we want you to come back. We want you to enjoy the event, and we just want to see some
Mhm.
good footwork, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see some agility drills, all of that good stuff. Because I don't know if you watch it, but the amount of footwork that it takes to be a soccer player is out of this world, bro. Out
Mhm.
of this world.
I want to
And
make some dope videos, dude. That is
exactly,
my goal. My goal is to
exactly.
I want to make somebody go viral. Like I am
Oh yeah.
100% dedicated to making sure I go viral one of these videos.
Hey, look, I tell you what, I've had the opportunity to be viral a couple times in my life so far, and I'm not gonna lie, for a guy that doesn't like being in the camera, it's pretty dope to see yourself on a big screen and see millions of people have watched you.
Right.
Speaking of that, millions of people watching you, I got a special guest for us today that a lot of people have got the opportunity to watch. This dude right here is a stand-up guy, absolutely just cool, down to earth. The scary part is, though, he's down to earth, but he can literally beat the hell out of you at the same time. that's, that's that's the scary part about it. But it's a good friend of mine. We're gonna bring him on, so that way that we can introduce him. Dylan, do us the honors on that. Got a lot to talk about on here. My guy, this right here is David Wilson, aka BabyHulk, aka Strong as Hell. That's what I've always said about it. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm blessed. How you guys?
That's good, man.
Man, you can't
Yeah, bro.
complain.
To have you. Glad to have you. So I just want to get into it a little bit so that way that people can understand who you are, what it is that you do, where you came from. I had the pleasure of meeting you in high school whenever we were wrestling around the same time. I think
Hmm.
you might have been a year ahead of me, but I got a chance to see some pretty dope matches with you. The joke used to be at Trask, man. Whenever we would see you wrestle, we'd be like, "Look, if a gorilla grabs you, you're done," and that's basically what it looked like. Whenever you and your bro, that's basically what it looked like every time you got on the mat. It was like, low center of gravity, just sweeping the leg, people trying to crawl away. It was nothing they could do. It was just crazy, man. But them high school days was that them was the days right there.
Yeah,
So,
fun times, man. Fun times.
so tell us a little bit about that. Like what made you get into high school wrestling?
Well, my dad was like all around athlete. You know, he did all the sports growing up, but like wrestling was like his go to. He loved, and you know, naturally, me growing up being like a smaller guy, he said like he knew it would like he would be it would be a sport that would gravitate towards, and he was right, man. I love wrestling. As a former wrestler, you know all the like benefits that come with wrestling, man.
Oh
Like
yes, sir.
yeah, all the hard work, the grind, like all that that instills in you, like that you take into like every aspect of life. So that's what I really say. I'm a wrestler at life, man. Like I just put my head
Exactly.
down and I grind. So man, you know how that's just like the story of me just like getting into wrestling young, man. Like after the first year, like I lost like every everyone except like two. And then like I was like, bro, I'm gonna keep doing it, and like every year I get like a little better.
Bro, and I can vouch for that because I seen the improvement in your career as it kept going on. And I think it was more of you trying to figure out what it is that you could do that others
Hmm.
couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I've wrestled against, and this right here isn't talking about a height thing, but I know, what are you, like 5 foot, 5'1", somewhere around there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm five even.
Yeah. I wrestled at the heavyweight level. I'm not gonna lie to you, I hated wrestling shorter guys because
But but they always say that, but man, them
bro,
short
it
guys that
is
give you
so
problems.
annoying. Like the game planning that you have to do wrestling against a shorter guy. All right, so for one, my thing was shooting, right?
Hmm.
Trying to shoot against a shorter guy ain't always the best thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all are compact, you stand your ground. That's like your line of defense.
Yeah,
Don't let them
low
get your
center of
legs.
gravity, right?
Don't let them get your legs. But yeah, man, I just seeing you from that first year and then seeing you coming back the next year. And as far as being in shape, that's something that I've always seen you. You know, I seen your brother, and you mentioned your dad earlier.
Hmm.
Dylan, you haven't got a chance to see him. Dog, his dad, to this day, I would not mess with that guy. I
Damn.
would not mess with that guy, bro. I really wouldn't. He just looked like he's able to tear your head off and shake your hand politely afterwards. He's a bad man, man. But so yeah, going a little bit forward from that, tell us about your experience getting into MMA, bro.
Okay, so man, after like college, man, I got to wrestle a little bit, but like not nearly as much as I wanted. You know, everybody has like that college dream, all American,
Yes, sir.
wrestling, all 4 years, like getting a bunch of medals. But I really didn't get that. So I still had an itch to compete. And going back, as you know, like a place that I trained like when I was in high school was PCSP.
Oh
And
yes,
I
sir.
started,
Port City.
yeah, man, yeah, exactly. That's where like all the groundwork was kind of laid. So I get back there, and there's a jujitsu MMA program, man, and I don't know, man. I just took a couple classes, took a love into it, and then I kind of just I hit the ground running, man. Like I loved it, just kept training, and then linked up with my coach John Salter, and we started this
Another bad
journey.
man.
Yeah. Oh man. Right. Yeah. A
Dude,
legend in the
John
game.
John is so raw, man. It doesn't even make, like, some of the stuff that I seen him pull off is just out of this world, man. That dude right
Hmm.
there, that's a straight dog too, Dylan.
Hmm.
For sure, John is a straight dog too. Um, just if I remember correctly, you wrestled at college. Was it at Pembroke?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah, for
Okay.
sure, for sure. That was where I was looking at whenever I wanted to go for wrestling before I was decided to go to school for massage therapy. But
I
so
don't think you ever explained that.
yeah. So basically what wound up happening with that is, it was some health problems within the family that, I'm really close to my grandparents. I'm close to my parents too, but your grandparents are special. You know what I'm saying? If you have the honor of having your grandparents in your life, they're really special to you. Um, Mine went above and beyond for me. So, at the time, like I said, there was some health issues that was going on. I did not want to leave them because I didn't know how much time I had with them. So I took that sacrifice of not going off to a 4-year college to wrestle to have 4 more years with my grandparents, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a technical college. After that, right there, got into massage therapy. Got out of school, played a little semi-pro football in between that because I
Yes,
still wanted to
sir.
play some football. I was late on football in high school. I didn't play until 11th grade year. But then afterwards, I'm up one night and I see these videos on YouTube. I didn't even know what Street Beefs was at the time. And I see these videos, and then I see my guy BabyHulk over here on there. I'm like, man, he is wailing on this dude. Like, what is going on? Like, what kind of establishment is this? Why somebody break this up? And then I just see how crazy it is. So, David, as you can remember, I hit you up and I was like, bro, how do you get on this? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And at that time, when I hit him up, he had already had a video that had just went viral off of that because, I mean, you get a pretty good amount of views on every fight that you have so far. I'm not going to lie to you. But then he told me how to sign up or whatever. So I get up there, I sign up. But whenever I sign up, David, you don't know this. This is getting ready to be the killer part right here.
Okay, let me
I
hear it.
signed up as a spectator. I did not sign up as a fighter. I only came there to see you fight. Well, whenever I got there, on the way there, I was like, damn, man, now I really got this itch to do this. But I knew I hadn't been training. I hadn't been wrestling in like, probably like 6 years.
Wow.
Outside of just coaching with the kids, I would get on the mat with them, but nothing like too crazy. So I get there, I see everybody warming up, and whenever they call everybody in the cage, I'm thinking that meant for everybody at the event.
Oh no.
I step inside the cage, I see a whole bunch of people still standing on the outside. And Face walks up to me, he's like, "How much do you weigh?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, like 340." And he was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna match you up with him." Bro, I came there, I didn't have a pair of gloves, I didn't have hand wraps, I didn't have a mouthpiece, I didn't have nothing. So
Yo, you was like, yo, they just like what convinced you?
yeah, pretty much. I mean, at
Damn.
this point, whenever he said that, I was like, I'm sitting there trying to support you. And then I was like, dang, I was like, I don't know if bro heard this. I can't punk out now. You know what I'm saying? So
That's low key legendary though.
yeah,
That is like legendary.
it was legendary and very scary. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Because if you remember, my first matchup was with Madman Moses.
Wait, that's the one. That's the one that went viral, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you did your thing on that one.
Bro, Moses came out looking like Brock Lesnar, bro. Whenever I
But he did
first
the whole
saw him,
promo, right? He's like, Moses, I'm coming for you.
I was scared shitless, bro. Whenever I seen this, I was like, man, they done put me up against this big dude. I ain't got no training. I don't even know the first thing about boxing, bro. All I know is double legs, single legs, and sweeps. That's it. Lat drops. So I walk up to David and I was like, hey, man, I say, you mind you mind coaching me during this match? You know what I'm saying? And that was the really cool. If there's anything that I took away from that right there, it was the fact that you had two North Carolina boys down there, one that was supposed to be just there for support, but got turned into wrestling, but fighting. But
Yes,
just the fact
sir.
that we were there, I felt comfortable with you being there because, I didn't feel like an outsider. I had somebody that I knew many miles away. And the fact that you got a chance to coach my first match, that's something I'll never forget. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
dude, that was awesome. I love that.
That was dope, man. But yeah, so that happened, and that's how the whole Street Beefs wave happened between me and David there. But one thing that I want to talk about that I got a chance to go back and see, I probably watched this match, I want to say maybe 15, 20 times already. Just I watch it all the time. The match between you and Babyface.
Oh, really? That one. I get.
Bro, I watched that match because if you look at it, my favorite fighter is John Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
The chokehold you had, brother, in towards the end reminded me of how Lyoto Machida was looking when he was crying for help before he got choked out. Brother had him by his neck. If you ever watch Baby Boy Dylan,
A little bit, yeah.
if you watch
That's a
Baby Boy,
classic.
then you
Oh yeah, of
seen
course, that's a classic.
whenever you seen Jody get put in the chokehold and he was
Yeah,
that's
by
right,
Melvin.
your
Yeah,
mama.
mama.
That's
Oh
exactly
no.
that's exactly what it reminded me of, bro. Like this dude was just relentless on there, man. And
My first one ever.
that was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one
Oh,
ever.
that is crazy, bro. And what I like about it, like watching you fight, yes, you throw hands, but you stay true to your wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of fighters they escape from that, their roots because they get comfortable with, oh, I learned a new thing, let me try this. That's not me. I knew whenever I started, I was like, wrestling is my base. That's what I'm gonna stick to.
Yeah, no,
if I
that's true, man.
yeah, if I gotta use the hands, that's what it is. But you grown to be a pretty good all around fighter though, man. That's what I like about you. I
I
mean, I
appreciate
see
that.
the jujitsu work. And wrestlers get dragged on about jujitsu because they
Mm-hmm.
see that we're just all aggressive and all of this good stuff. Like we ain't got no patience. But you get a guy that's a wrestler that gets into the MMA world, he's dangerous.
Of
That's
course,
what it
man. Like
is.
it's the best base. Like we know how to work hard, we know how to drill, we know how to train, and we know how to compete. Like a lot of these guys, like they might have maybe competed 30 times their whole career. Like, high school, like we're competing every Saturday, man. You could have like five,
Exactly.
6 matches,
That's
like
what I was about to
it.
say. 5 to 6 matches a day, depending on
So
how nice you
you
are.
used to just being able to, get there, put yourself in that mind state of like, hey, it's go time. Like a lot of people from the training to like actually competing, it doesn't translate because they don't know how to like bring themselves, to bring themselves to that level.
Right, right, right. Dylan, I don't want to leave you out over here because I know this is the MMA world and this is a little different for you.
Oh, I'm learning a lot. Go, keep going, man. I will. This is a world I'm trying to get into. I've never been in a fight and all that, but like now that we've been doing all this and everything, I'm like totally invested. I want to learn about all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, I
Nice.
So
love it.
I gotta ask Dill this right here. If you could get into MMA, what do
Mhm.
you feel like you would like for your base to be? Like what martial art would you want to be known for?
Honestly, I'm not even sure because like I've always looked at myself if I were to get into any like fighting wise, whether it's a mixed martial art or anything like that, like I would always want to be a boxer. Like I would be a boxer first,
Touche,
100%.
touche.
But like
If
I don't
if
have,
it wasn't, I feel that. I feel that. If I
yeah,
wasn't a wrestler, I would want to be a boxer.
yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Mhm.
I just feel like having the athletic, like and I understand a little bit about like whether it's jujitsu, all of it, like having the base to be able to do it. But like me coming from like the baseball world and everything, I feel like the torque and everything you create from like your lower body going into
Mhm.
punches can work like it'll translate so well.
It definitely does because I ain't gonna lie to you. I home run swing every single time I throw an overhand. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I do it every single time.
But like the overhand is basically like the same as the double leg. Like,
Exactly, exactly.
hmm
And bro, that's what I was trying to like right now. I'm in this situation where I'm trying to low key recruit a little bit here.
hmm
Um, the football players in high school, I'm telling them how important it is, how important wrestling can be to your career as far as a football player.
Mhm.
hmm
Like I was saying before, I played football my first year, bro. I was trash. And I'm talking about hot garbage trash. One of those things had to be because I was on offense where I shouldn't have been in the first place. Second thing, I just didn't know. I mean, like, I had been wrestling for 2 years, but at the same time, I had two different coaches. Shout out to both of them because, they came to save our program at the time because Trask was actually getting ready to lose wrestling as a sport at one point.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, because we didn't have any coaches. Jason Rollison was the first coach that we had, and he came back the second year, and that guy right there, my hats definitely go off to him. Actually, I think his wife was the principal out there at Hoggard at one point. I don't know if she still is, but at Trask, I know he came over. Like I said, he saved our program. He definitely knew the basics of wrestling, and that's what we were beating a lot of people off of was basics. A lot of people take the basics for granted because it's
Yeah,
not
y'all
flat.
already. Yeah, y'all was always like a really good, like fundamentally sound team.
Yeah. And that was, that's all we knew was
Hmm.
fundamentals. We ain't know nothing fancy. But
It's funny too that you bring up recruiting wise for like football for instance. Take like an offensive or a defensive lineman that was a wrestler or is a
yeah,
wrestler currently.
Hmm.
The one thing
Yep.
that they know is like how to control their center of mass and be able
yes,
to
sir.
move. Like
Hmm.
it translates perfectly to be able to work like an offensive lineman, just for instance, to be able to stay at center of mass, keep all of their energy underneath them, and be able to control somebody else. Like it is
Yes, sir.
100%
Hey,
control.
Hmm.
that ain't nothing but hand fighting to us, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
exactly what it
Yeah.
Hmm.
is. When I play nose guard and I'm lined up directly over the center, it's just like we start. The only thing we don't do different is we don't shake hands before I smack him in the mouth. That's the only difference. But other than that, yes, sir. I'm ripping shoot, man. Hey, I literally had to remember the third year that I wrestled, which was my second year. Well, that was my first year in football. The biggest thing that I had to learn was to stop double legging people because that'll get you caught up low key. You go for a daggone double leg or a single leg, and you're trying to get that low, and somebody's coming diving down at you, and get you ran over. So I had to learn how to modify that, but it was just learning how to use your body weight, low center of gravity, shooting off the line. It's almost impossible to stop it whenever you got a wrestler
Hmm.
that's relentless with it. Um, David, I do want to ask you this right here. It's a little bit off of the football subject, but since you are in the fighting world, who was the person that you looked up to as an MMA fighter that not gave you your style, but kind of gave you some inspiration?
Oh, number one always is Demetrius Johnson. Like he is.
Mm,
Come on, like the GOAT. Like when you
yes,
talk
sir.
about being good at everything, he was a great striker, a great wrestler, a great jujitsu practitioner. He was just like great everywhere. And for me, like I really appreciated his career, but as a whole, it seemed like it wasn't, viewed in the best light by, the greater MMA world. But it's all good. Like he was like such an inspiration, not just with how he fought, but just showing how you could be kind of different than the stereotypical like MMA fighter. He was he loved games and he loved superheroes and everything. So he was like a different type of champ, and he also showed that you can make money outside of fighting. Not only
Facts.
yeah.
Facts.
So he was a huge inspiration. I still follow his career. I'm not sure, is he retired? Maybe not. But
I'm
yeah,
not sure
him.
if he's retired. I low key feel like if they would throw these guys a little bit more money, you would see a lot of more fighters coming back out because I mean, at this point in his career, what's the reason for him to come out for $1 or $2 million for a fight when he's done took the amount of damage that he already has? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's the biggest thing in the UFC that I seen. It's a lot of careers cut short because these guys are trying to get out of here with having they're trying to get out without having too much brain damage. You know what I'm saying?
And
Hmm.
also, it's kind of like what you said about being able to make money outside of the sport as well. Like
Exactly.
you're seeing that in all sports, but like mainly like you're seeing a lot of it in the fighting world. That you
Oh
see a
yeah,
lot more on TV. You're seeing a lot more on different advertisements, and they're doing stuff outside. Like they're making their money outside. So it's like you either got to make your purses higher, or what's the point?
Mm.
Like make your money
yeah.
whenever you can, get a face out there, and then move on.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, I think I want to say that he does like live streams and stuff whenever he's gaming and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that I've seen a couple of them. And then he does reactions to fights too. I seen where he did a
Yeah.
couple of reactions to Street Beef fights.
Yeah,
That's
he's on
dope.
YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And that's the same kind of way that I work too. Like I work, I fight, but then like I really want to be big on the YouTube side because, bro, like if the YouTube money gets like just as good or better than the fight money, then you get to fight less, and
Exactly.
There's a lot
Exactly.
of money to be made on YouTube.
Oh
oh
yes,
yes,
sir.
sir. I'm trying to get to it.
How many followers are you up to so far up there now? What
Well, on
subscribers?
well on YouTube, I'm close to 20 right now. I think I'm either like between like 15 and 17.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Hmm.
shoot, that's a start. I seen like on Instagram, you blew up like crazy, man. I remember whenever you first started on Insta, and now seeing the amount of followers that you have behind that, I'm telling you, deal like the way this dude has marketed himself and being the guy that you are, you know what I'm saying? I if you were to tell me, yo, I got beef with this dude right here, I wouldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not the type of person you are, man. Like, I remember the first time I walked up to you, we had a conversation. Any kind of tournaments that we was at, we always chopped it up for a quick second, then it was go mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
sir. Yes, sir.
that's people think that wrestlers are weird. We're just misunderstood. That's the thing.
Thank you. That's the best way to put it. That's the
We're
best way
just
to put it.
misunderstood. It's a long grinding season, man. You're sacrificing so much.
As
And
you know, it's during the holidays, man. Like we don't get no
yeah,
Thanksgiving, we don't get no
well,
Christmas. It's
well,
like,
well,
yo, keep
David.
working.
David. Now, one thing I'm not gonna do is I ain't gonna lie because I was a heavyweight brother. I got to eat
Okay.
all I want. I got to
He
eat
said.
all
He said I
I
was
want.
I.
Hey, I'm not even gonna hold you though. One thing that I did do that I felt good about is during Thanksgiving, if we had leftovers, I'd bring it to the tournament so the way that my peoples could eat after they weighed in. Get you some solid protein in, a little bit of carbs, and you good to go. But I really did feel bad for you. But man, it's just like that mentality. You're cutting weight, you're having to sacrifice stuff, and just the grind. I remember I used to see some guys at tournaments. They look drained before they even get to the weigh-in station,
Exactly. It's a fight before the fight.
and then they go out there and they perform like nothing's wrong with them, but that they're low-key dying inside.
Hmm.
It's a mentality thing, man. To be a wrestler, you have to have the mentality of going in and finishing your job, because if not, somebody's gonna finish you.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
And shoot, just from that experience, I want to bring back a little memory. This was one of the one times where I was trying to cut weight. So whenever the 220 weight class came in, because I started
Hmm.
off at 215. Then when the 220 weight class came in, that was whenever, I took a year off. Well, I didn't take a year off. I was forced to take a year off from wrestling. I didn't have my grades together my sophomore year. So I had to sit that whole year. I just came to practice every single day, trained with the guys. I would go home.
Hmm.
I didn't meet no tournaments that year. That junior year came around. This is when I'm introduced to football now. I'm up to 280 something pounds at the time.
Ooh.
I said, I'm not wrestling heavyweight. I'm going to 220. Well, that didn't never work out. Um, I got down to 224.5 and my body plateaued. It would not allow me to drop any more weight.
Wow, that's still real. That's really good, especially
Yeah,
from where
man.
you were. That's crazy.
Bro, it was wild because I was averaging between like 6 and 8 pounds of practice. And if you
Ooh.
would not believe the diet that I had, bro, I would literally go to Subway. Now, this right here is a poor man's meal right here now. I would go to Subway. I get one of those little round pizzas, and I would load it up with chicken, meatballs, pepperoni, sausage, any kind of protein I could put up there. I was putting it on that pizza, and that's what I was eating every single day.
Yo,
I ate that every single day, bro, and I was dropping
yo, you
weight
need
from
to
it.
get a sponsorship for that,
I
man.
was
That's
just thinking
legendary.
that.
That is
I would,
Hey,
legendary.
well,
Subway hit
you
us
heard
up.
him, Dylan. Need to clip that one
Yeah, we will. I
Yeah,
got you.
right.
for sure. But yeah, man. After that grind right there, that year I couldn't make it down to heavyweight. I mean, I couldn't make it down to 220 the next year. I said, forget this. I'm going to eat. I want to eat
Yeah,
the way I
right.
want to, and I ain't trying to cut no more weight. Them sauna days is over.
Yeah, right.
It's over. But man, shoot, it all panned out in the end, though. That's for sure. What so as far as like regionals and states go, did I didn't never get a chance to see. Did you make it to that part right there of it? How did that work out for you?
Yeah, so my last year I made it to the States. I went 1 and 2. But I don't know, man. It was just like that real like the last year I just like put everything I had into it. Like I really
Yeah,
wanted to win like conference, like regionals, and then try to see how far I could take it to the States. And I don't know, like it just that desire to never really hitting a goal that I could like be satisfied with. It's like this always made me like keep on going because I'm like, bro, I didn't get it. Like I didn't get that feeling. I didn't achieve my goal. So I got to like keep on going until like I can find something that like gives me that like that feeling of like
being complete.
fulfilled. Exactly. I was like, you start off with a goal, and man, like that's what you want. I'm like, I'm not done with that. Like, just like I wasn't done in college. So I'm like, I gotta keep on. I gotta keep on looking for that. I gotta keep pushing for that.
For sure, man. I had that same feeling senior year. I won the state championship my senior year, but what really pisses me off about that year is that at regionals, I was in the first and second place match for regionals. I think the score was around like 2-2. I was going against Casey Canterbury from Chatham Central. And we get down to like the last 10 seconds, bro. And I'm dog tired from where me and this guy have been trying to like fight on top and bottom the whole time. I don't realize this whole time I have a wristband on, like a little jelly wristband. Brother, lost the match at the end because I got a point deducted away.
No, what they
Dead.
call at the end?
Yes, they seen it with the last 10 seconds left. His coach pointed out, he said he's got a wristband on. When he said it, I just got like irritated about it. So I took the wristband and just chucked it. And when I chucked it, they took the point away because they finally acknowledged that I had it on.
Oh no, that is wild.
So
Oh, it ended.
we get we get the states now. He's now the 1 seed out of the East.
Mm.
I'm the 2 seed. Um, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, it's gonna be us in the finals. I can't wait to see you. I'm getting ready to tear you a new one just because of that reason. Didn't plan out. It didn't work out like that. He got hurt in his second match, rolled his ankle pretty bad. So me and the 3 seed out of the East wound up going against each other in the state championship, which wound up being a better matchup because Caleb was who that you remember Caleb from Rosewood? I don't know if you ever got a chance to see him, but it was this they called him jail body because brother was big up top like this right here. He ain't have no legs, but he was
I,
just
I I
all
feel like I know who you're talking
he
about.
was built like a rectangle, bro. Like the shoulders were this wide out. He was just strong as hell for no reason. And so me and him wound up seeing each other in the first in the championship match.
Mm,
I still say it to this day, bro. Your hardest match at States is your first one.
mm.
If you ain't never been there before, you know as good as I do. Greensboro Coliseum is rough because you get down there, the air is different when you come out of that tunnel. It's
Mm-hmm.
like everybody that's breathing is taking your breath when you get down
Yeah,
there. Your nerves is going
there's so
crazy.
much going on. Like there's so many
Yeah,
whistles, so much lights. That it's a madhouse.
so many different matches going on. You know what I'm saying? Guys that you've seen all year, you're like, oh shoot, that's such and such, and then you look, hey, it's time to go. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like you ain't
Mm-hmm.
even got time to prepare. And my first match, I had Coach Pence as my coach along with Chris.
Nice.
And I can remember I got this guy in a half and I'm trying to run it as hard as I can, man. And Coach Pence looked at me, he slapped the mat. He was like, hey, you calm down. When Coach Pence says you calm down, you calm down. Like it ain't no fighting back with that. That dude's crazy. You
Mm-hmm.
know Pence just as good as
Oh,
I do. That
yo,
dude,
Fence is the man.
Yeah. If he tell you to do something, you politely listen. That's the way it works with him. And so I calmed down, got past that match. I wound up winning that one on points. Second match, that one was against a kid, I think from Mount Avery or something like that. I can't even remember what the school was. But this dude just had unbelievable strength. I was lucky enough to catch him in a bear hug, which is something I don't even do. But the state championship match is where it got funny because I go into this match and the first thing I try to do is a lat drop as soon as me and him collide with each other.
No.
He wasn't even pushing in. This is how bad I knew my nerves was. He wasn't even pushing in. I tried for that lat drop, went straight to my back.
No. Oh my
Now I
God.
got this 250-pound jail body man across from me, and the ref doesn't see it, but he takes this part of his thumb and he locks it up underneath my neck. So I'm trying to breathe in and I can't because it's like suffocating me. And I just remember I was like, man, I said, this is it. Like I lost. Like I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden that instinct kicked in, like, nah, this is a dog fight. You better get your ass up.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. I got up to my feet, pushed them off. I remember walking out of bounds and I just like slapped myself on the side of the head and I was like, all right, let's go. And that match right there wound up going to the third period, but I pinned him with 1 second left. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? 1 second left. But, that was a wild experience. But I can remember, and I don't know if you did this, David, but I remember whenever before I left, I just tried to soak it all in that I was even there. Because that was my goal, was to make it to state. The goal honestly was never to win it. That was something that I wanted to do, but it wasn't the goal that I set. Mine was just to make it to states. But afterwards, not going back on that season, I'm like, damn, I came in first in states and second in regionals. Job ain't done. We got to get into something else. So I completely feel what you're saying by you wasn't full yet. You're still hungry. You know what I'm saying? You still got to go out there and get it.
I think every athlete can understand that.
Yeah.
100%.
That's the hard part, bro. Us athletes, we don't know how to let nothing go.
Yep, exactly. So y'all get them again, like one of
yes, exactly.
That we're sore losers.
Bro,
every single one of us.
You know who really turned me into a beast though? You remember your old teammate Malik?
Oh, Malik, yo, yes,
bro. Malik turned me into a beast. When I went, the first time I ever went against Malik was at the Ashley tournament. I got pinned in 15 seconds, bro, in front of my dad, in front of my family.
Wait, did he shoot that blast double?
No, bro, he hit me with the trip. He got me with the trip, bro. I went for a hip toss on him. When I did, he stuck his foot right out in front of me. And when Malik get on you, bro, it ain't nothing you can do.
Oh, but he was so strong. A beast.
Freakishly strong, man. Like, it made no sense. And I remember, like, that dude, before the match even started, I remember us in the weigh-ins. I'm looking at all the heavy. I used to scout the heavyweights from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see who looks like they're over 220 pounds. And I seen him, I was like, shit. And bro looks like he just woke up from a nap. Like, he was just standing there, arms folded, eyes half closed, look like, all right, just weigh me in, bro, so I can go and kill these people and leave. Like, that's
that was definitely Malik attitude.
And at that time, the heavyweight weight class was so stacked. We had Malik, we had Larry Williams.
Yeah, Larry, bro. Larry was a beast.
Bro, Larry was ridiculous, man. And that's the crazy thing. So, like, going between Malik and Larry, you really don't catch a break because one of them is freakishly strong, and then the other one is strong and fast all at the same time. Because Larry moved pretty daggone good for his size as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was saying. Like with your weight class, bro, I can't even imagine being in that weight class. The amount of reversals that y'all have, as what I used to call the little people, because I hated on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did a bunch of cool shit that us heavyweights couldn't do. Bro, the scrambles that y'all get in is ridiculous. And I remember, like, you had a pretty stacked weight class that last year that I saw you too.
Mm-hmm.
It was always challenging. But just from that experience, man, I'm just glad that we got a chance to experience that. Glad a chance that I got a chance to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's forever a brotherhood. You call me, I got you. I
Yes,
got you.
sir.
All right. So my last question that I got for you on this right here. What is your favorite moment of your favorite fight that you've had so far?
Mm, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna
Would
make you
it
think
be?
about this.
It's so bad. Like, would it be kind of bad to say like the most recent one that just happened? Because I feel like that's the one. I'm like shameless plug. It's out right now. Y'all go, on my YouTube channel. Go check out that last fight that happened last Saturday.
Yeah, man. Go
But
ahead and announce what's your YouTube channel? Where can we find you at?
oh, yo, it's just Baby Hulk on YouTube, man. It's like I post all my full fights there. I do training videos. I do like hype videos for the fights. Like all my stuff is there. Especially now that this fight is over, I'm gonna like really focus in on the YouTube side. So definitely go ahead check out Baby Hulk on YouTube. And I just like I said today I dropped it, so y'all can go ahead and see in the full fight that happened last Saturday, and that one was just really cool to me because uh I haven't fought in a while, dude. Like I fought earlier this year, and then like a couple fights pulled out on me, especially like in my hometown. So that really kind of that hurt. So I never got out of like training camp, and I never got that release of like having the fight that I wanted. So having this one happen in Mississippi on a big stage, and me getting like the finish that I got, and me just having like really just being really excited for the future, and really pushing my career forward, really pushing like the YouTube forward, and me being like a social entity in my own right is like I'm just so excited for what the future holds.
Heck yeah, man, bro. I'm excited for you, bro. And man, you gotta let me know when you have a fight. Cause I'm trying to pull up and actually support this time and not fight
Hmm.
in the event. I want to watch you fight in the event. You know what I'm saying? I think Dylan would be down for coming to watch
Oh,
you fight as
100%.
well,
I'd be
bro.
so
Hmm.
into it.
Man, like I
Oh,
said,
I would love
I
that,
have
man.
built your
I would
career,
love
bro.
that.
I have
We,
definitely
Honestly,
been
dude,
doing
like
that.
I love doing that for my friends, like being able to fight in front of them, being able to showcase my skills and like what I do, like what I feel like some of my best work. Yeah, like I know people really enjoy that, and I really enjoy doing that for them.
How many times do you train a week?
It's anywhere from it's always usually 6 days a week, and anywhere from probably like 10 to 15 sessions a week.
That's crazy, man. That
Mhm.
is absolutely
that
wild,
is
I
man.
mean, man, you know as good as anybody else. Like, it's so many skills, so many like techniques to learn in this game that it's not enough hours in a day.
Exactly,
Mhm.
man, and that's what I be trying to tell coaches. Like I've seen where like some coaches they'll get mad because they'll explain something to a kid and they're like, "We've been going over this for 5 days." No, in reality, you haven't been going over this for 5 days. You've been going at this for about 10, 15 hours. That's it. So you got to
Hmm.
give them a little time to register this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's something big too. But yeah, bro, 6 days out of the week. That's some dedication right there. You got to at least give yourself one day. I see. You probably don't even want to do
Yeah, right. Maybe half a day.
that for sure, man. I know I said last question, but I got one more for you, just so that way that I can try to get an idea. I'm trying to see if we're on the same page. What's your favorite fight so far in the UFC and why?
My favorite fight, like
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Mm. I can't see. Yeah. It's been my favorite fight, and I still think it's my favorite fight, even though like a couple fights have come pretty close to this. But Jose Aldo versus Chad Mendez too. By
Oh
far,
my
like my yeah.
goodness,
There's so much action, so much
absolute banger.
technique. Yo, yeah, exactly. Yo, action packed. Knockdown, drag out. Yeah, that's my fight.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's a good one to make your favorite right there. I might actually go back and watch that whenever we get off of here. But that's an action packed
Oh
fight.
yeah, it's a certified classic.
If it's somebody that's just getting into MMA and they want to watch something exciting, I would show them that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would definitely show them that fight. I'm a little bit more retro. I like I'm not gonna say retro. Like I of course I'm a heavyweight guy.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, John Jones is my favorite fighter growing up. I don't agree with the stuff outside of the UFC or whatever the case may be, but as a fighter, you gotta give him his props. Man is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hats off to him. You know, I just found out he tore his pec before this fight that he was supposed to have. So right now that's not even gonna happen anymore. And that's another
Yeah,
thing.
he off the card.
That's another thing, man. You can train all year long for a fight, and then right before it's getting ready to happen, something like that pops up, and you know the mental aspect of that. How are you gonna get past it? You just wasted all this time, and now it's gone.
Exactly. Yep.
But the rivalry between him and Daniel Cormier, bro. Like I can sit there and watch them fights all day long. I can watch the press conferences between them on that. Bro, they were just going at they just did not like each other.
Yeah. Oh, that was some of the
They
best
just really
times in the
did not like each
UFC. It was so great.
other. Yeah, man. Like I remember them just going back and forth at it like nonstop. But I gotta give Daniel Cormier his props because he was another one that was a shorter fighter.
Yeah,
But
man.
when you fought John, you couldn't tell it because he brought the fight to him so much. It was like it looked like they were at the same level. You know what I'm saying? Like most people that went against John tried to stay away from him. Daniel Cormier brought the fight to him. That's
Mm-hmm.
dangerous right by itself. That's a guy. I'm sorry. I'm not getting in close with him. If I
Yeah.
was to be in a cage with John Jones right now, I'd probably jump over the cage and try to find my way out. That's what I'd be trying to. That's a sight to see too. A 300-pound man trying to jump over a cage. We ain't built for that. But that would definitely probably be my favorite fight for sure. But man, I just wanted to tell you thank you again because again, you just mentioned you work out 6 days a week. You have a crazy schedule. I know how that can be. Just for you to take the time out and have this interview with us, man. Just come by, chill with us. I appreciate it to the fullest. From one brother
Man,
to another,
dude,
I appreciate it to the fullest.
it's no problem at all, man. You my guy, and you asked me to get on. It was no problem at all, and I really appreciate you wanting to have me on your platform, tell my story, and
For
just
sure,
giving me
man.
this the time of day.
So where can everybody follow you at social media wise? I know you brought up your YouTube, but how about
Oh
everything
yeah.
else?
Okay. So YouTube, Baby Hulk, Instagram, where like I'm most prominent on is Baby Hulk MMA. I post like all my highlights, inspirational stuff, all that good stuff. I'm on TikTok, Baby Hulk MMA. Like anywhere that you like trying to see me, I'm usually on there. But follow the wave, follow the journey. Like I feel like I had one of the most exciting journeys in MMA, and I'm giving everybody like a first hand account of it. Like who knows how far I could go, but don't you want to be on? Like, don't you want to see the maturation? Don't you want to be a part of it to see how far we gonna go?
For sure, man. Well,
Hell
I tell
yeah.
you what, bro, I'm definitely locked in with you. That's for sure. And later on, I would love to have you back up here again, man. And maybe us get a chance to watch some fights together and break them down. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I
That would be
it that
dope.
that would be dope.
But you're talking about like some
Have,
street beats fights.
yeah, man, like Street Beast fights. And shout out to them too, man, because their production team has gotten crazy.
It
Like the
really
videos
has.
that they
Yep.
have out now, ain't gonna lie, I didn't have that luxury in my first fight. I was low key hating. I was like, damn, man, like this
You
first
had to
fight
get
was
out the
looking
mud for real,
good.
right?
Yes, sir. Like, they got a new cage, they got new cameras, shoot, new
Hmm.
refs, all kind of stuff now. It just goes to show where it came from. But yeah, definitely want to get you back on for that, man. But again, my brother, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming up here, getting the opportunity to tell your story, let people know who Baby Hulk is and what kind of beast you are, bro.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
All
Oh yeah.
right, man. Well, this right here is going to conclude another episode of the Business Podcast. Again, my co-host Dylan.kraft and my boy Baby Hulk. This has been a fun episode, my favorite episode so far. Hope y'all enjoy. Let us know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff for us. Support don't cost a thing. All we need for you to do is just help us out on that end, and we'll greatly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And make sure y'all let us know about the Elite Footwork Showcase. You can contact us directly through our social media pages. I know on Instagram, it's a Risky Business Podcast. You can get up with Javon directly through Facebook and Instagram, along with me. And you can email us at riskybizpod@gmail.com. If you're interested and want to be a part of the Elite Footwork Showcase, let us know directly. We'll let you know how y'all can sign up. And yeah, we're ready to go, man. I'm freaking hyped.
Yeah,
Not
for
so
sure.
hyped.
For sure, man. Well, this right here is gonna conclude the episode. Appreciate y'all, fellas. We gonna check in again next week. Hopefully, we'll have something juicy for y'all.
All right,
Peace.
later, y'all.
All right, later.